Hello, my dear students. First of all, I would like to welcome you in my class. Now, let us start the first lesson. As you know that I'm the faculty of English and I'm here to guide you in English subject. My dear student, I would like to start with the literature section, and the first lesson that I'm going to start from class 9 is the fun they had. This is from the literature book called Beehive. Dear student, why I have chosen this lesson? Because it is a very interesting lesson and I hope you will enjoy it. Especially, talking about my personal feeling with you. I had not expected to start my lesson in this way. I was expecting that I would definitely come to school and teach my students, talk to them. But I have unfortunately, I had to start my classes with online classes, and this is very disheartening for me. Why I'm telling you all this story? Because this story, the fun they had, is very much related with this sentiment, with this feeling, with these feelings. So that's why this story is very much relevant. School is not all about studying and learning. School is also about friends and the fun that we have, that we make while we are studying in this school. Dear children, like you people, when you come to school, you have a lot of friends. In the same way, I had my friends when I went to school. I talked to them. My teachers were very loving. They were very gracious. They were very kind and benign. I hope your teachers are also very friendly. Your friends are very nice with you, and definitely you will miss them. So in this lesson, the whole theme which I have elaborated you, that you are going to study in this lesson. How we feel when we are confined inside a house. Definitely we feel very much disheartened. Our friends are very important person. Teachers are also very important person. The way our parents and society is. But we are confined. So this is very disheartening. This is very disappointing. We are very much aggrieved. And let us analyze how this story is. So, what is the title? Once again, I would like to remind you, what is the title of the story? The title of the story is The Fun They Had. It means that the fun they had. What is the meaning of this title? It means it was the past people. It is not the present. Somebody else who lived in the past, they had a great deal of fun, but not the people who are living now. So in this story, there are two main characters. Particularly, they are Tommy and Marcy. Tommy is elder brother. He is 13 years of age, and Marcy is younger than her elder brother. Tommy, she is just 11 years old, and they are living in the year 2157. Now we are living in 2020, so it is a century in the future. So the story is written with a futuristic point of view. It means that this story will take place in the future. So what they are saying, so these two are the important characters. Who are they? Once again, you have to keep in mind. The first one is Tommy and the second one is Marcy. And both of them are siblings. They are brother and sisters. And are they happy? Talking about definitely they have all kind of facilities since they are living in futuristic era, that is in future time. They must be happy. It is our perception. But what do they say in the book? They say that they are not happy so much because they are not going to school. They are taught by mechanical teachers. The school is in their house only. It is just next to the bedroom. The way I am teaching here, my bedroom is next to the classroom was there, and they were taught by mechanical teachers. So it was full of boredom. Although it was taught by computer, it was very much accurate. It was based on facts and details, but they were devoid of human feelings. They did not have human feelings. That was very disheartening for them. And Tommy says in this context that he has found a book, and it was the book of his grandpa who told him that the way he studied in the school was completely different. He was not taught by mechanical teachers. He went to the school and he had the real book. He says it is quite full of boredom because it is quite boredom because it is a single book and it is made of paper. It is made of papers, but he has got too many books. These are stored in the computer, and he can, and even he does not have to turn the pages. It goes. It is read by computer only, and it is understood by the student. So dear student, in this way it was taught, but they were very much disappointed. They were not very much happy because there was no human touch. There was no communication. Although everything was there, all kind of facilities were there, but there was no human touch. Probably this could be the reason why she was disappointed. Then she asked him, what is the book about? And Tommy told him that the book was about a school. Margie retorted. Margie gave reply. What is so interesting? It is not a very interesting topic because school is a very boring place. They can study. They are taught by mechanical teachers. So it is not a very interesting topic. Then Tommy gives him reply that it is not the kind of school that they are studying in. It is a very different kind of school, and that is the school in the past. How it is the book that was studied by his grandpa. So what he did, and then Margie became much more interested. She became much more willing to study about the book, and but at the meanwhile, the teacher, mechanical teacher appeared, and that's how. Meanwhile, she had to go back to study, and she went to study her book, and it was time to study, so both of them went to study. But still, the idea was going on in her mind. What would be the lesson? What would be? She became much more inquisitive to know about how his grandfather was taught in the past, why it was full of fun, how it was different than what they are doing now. So Margie became much more interested. After that, Margie was having some problem in the geography lesson. Mother called the mechanical teacher, and the mechanical teacher came and analyzed the situation. So it was a kind of relief for the young girl. She thought that probably she does not have to study that geography subject for at least for a couple of weeks, because last time when Tommy had the same kind of problem, then the machine was taken for repair, and he did not have to study. He did not study for about a month. So she was expecting the same, but unfortunately this time the mechanical teacher came there. He was round shaped person, and he gave an apple to the teacher came there, county inspector came there, and he analyzed the situation, and after that the computer was repaired and everything became all right. The problem was that geography lesson was geared a little bit higher, so she was not able to comprehend, she was not able to understand. So that's how now she was thrown into the situation whereby she was supposed to study. So dear student, in this way both of them finally when both of them they sat together, they spoke about the old kind of school. They said that it was full of fun. When grandfather went there, he was taught by real teacher. It was not the mechanical teacher, and he enjoyed a great deal. When he was very young, the students went to the teacher, and that was the classroom where all the students sat together. They studied, they enjoyed the lesson, they had a very wonderful time. And so Margie became nostalgic. She began to remember the past. She began to think about the situation, how very joyful it was for her grandfather, and that she studied, that he studied. So he enjoyed the lesson. But unlike past, the situation is completely different. She is taught by mechanical teachers. There is no human touch. So in this way, my dear student, the writer is trying to explain about the futuristic mode of education. He is saying that probably in the days to come, education will be based on technology, and it is because they want to ensure quality education. But what about human touch? This is also a very genuine question which needs to be addressed. We are human being, we are not machine, and we want to not only want to study, but we want to have friends also. So school is not only a place to study. School, of course, there are teachers. They are very particular about their students. They want to give ensure quality education as much as possible. They are very responsible person. They love their students very much. But the most important thing is students not only want to study, but they want to learn about the process of socialization. They want to have society also, and this society they can be availed with if they are studying in the school where there are too many human beings. So unfortunately, we are having a very tough time now. We are confined in the room. Let us utilize time. My dear student, there is a saying, every cloud has a silver lining. Tough time comes in the life, but it does not remain for long. I'm sure that we are good people and we will overcome this situation and we will have a very wonderful time. And I hope you have enjoyed this lesson and you study by yourself. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. You can ask me and you can ask me some questions, and it would be a great pleasure to address those questions. Thank you very much for today, and I hope you'll have a very wonderful time. Thank you.